Go straight on to the next point. Qayyoomun la yanam. Point number 12, that Allah is the independent sustainer of everything, who does not sleep. Shaykh Fawzan said, so the word Al-Qayyum, Allah's name Al-Qayyum, the independent sustainer of everything. Shaykh Fawzan said, Al-Qayyum is the one who independently exists by himself, and the one who sustains everything. The one who sustains everything else. The one who independently exists and has no need of anything. The one who is independent of everything, and the one who sustains everything else. Everything else is in a state of poverty and need of him, and needs to be sustained by him, he the perfect and most high. So if it were not that Allah sustains the heavens and the earth and all of the creation, then they would all be destroyed and pass away. But however, Allah sustains them and guards them and provides for them, giving them whatever will benefit them. So the whole of the creation is in need of him. And he quotes the ayah, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُمْسِكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَن تَزُولَا وَلَئِنْ زَالَتَا إِنْ أَمْسَكَهُمَا مِنْ أَحَدٍ مِّن بَعْدِهِ. Surah Fatir, the 35th surah, ayah 41. With the explanation, Allah holds the heavens and the earth so that they do not move away from their places. And if they were to move away from their places, then there is no one who could hold them after him. And then just finally, that's where Shaykh Fawzan ends this point as well. Just finally, from the explanation of Ibn Abil Izz, he says, with regard to these two names that occur in these last 2 points, Al-Hayy, that Allah is the ever-living, and Al-Qayyum, that Allah is the independent one, who sustains everything. Then Ibn Abil Izz said, so these two names, all of the rest of Allah's perfect names revolve around these two, or all return back and pivot upon these two. And all the meanings of the other names refer back to these two. And he explains how that is. He says, because the first, Al-Hayat, the attribute of life, it necessitates for him all the attributes of perfection. So no attribute will be missing from his attribute of life, except due to weakness in that life. So since the life of Allah, the Most High, is the most perfect and complete life, then affirming it means affirmation of every attribute of perfection for him. Then he moves on to the second name. And as for the name Al-Qayyum, then this includes the perfection of Allah's independence and the perfection of His power, since He is the one who independently exists and has no need of anyone else in any sense, and He is the one who supports and sustains everything else, and there is no establishment for anything except unless He establishes it. So these two names gather completely the rest of the names. In Allah's name Al-Hayat, that Allah's name Al-Hayy, the ever-living, that Allah's life, which is, we affirm for Allah, a perfect life, and a perfect life is that which has perfect attributes. So we affirm all the other attributes for Allah, and they all follow on from His life. And likewise, Allah's complete power and His complete independence of everything else is taken from His name, Al-Qayyum. So all the attributes relating to Allah's power and His sustaining everything and guarding and preserving everything else, they follow on from His attribute, Al-Qayyum. Which is why some of the people of knowledge, they mention these two as being the greatest name of Allah, Al-Hayy Al-Qayyum. Some people of the knowledge mention that. They say because these two names, Al-Hayy and Al-Qayyum, they gather all the rest of the names. That His name, Al-Hayy, refers to Allah Himself being characterized with every attribute of perfection. And if He did not have every attribute of perfection, then there would be deficiency in His life. If He didn't have perfect knowledge, and perfect sight, and perfect, etc., etc., perfect hearing, perfect awareness. If He didn't have that, then His life wouldn't be perfect. So they say, so when we affirm for Allah perfect life, then it automatically means that we affirm all the rest of the perfect attributes for Him. And likewise, His attribute Al-Qayyum means we affirm that He is totally independent of everything, and that He alone supports and sustains everything else in existence.